the state amateur qualifier for Georgia. At one of the toughest courses in the state, Cherokee Run. 78 people playing for 8 spots. Can we get it done? Back to where we began. The state amateur qualifier. This is not my first time. This is not my second time. But my third time going to Cherokee Run Golf Club in Conyers, Georgia. Seems just like yesterday that I really started out my tournament vlogs with Tucker right here, Connie on the bag, but we don't have them anymore. It's just myself. They've gone off to college. But this is actually the home course that I won my first ever golf tournament. Yay! Young sandbagger. I remember I played my first round here, shot 130. Second round, shot 88, somehow won. Because it's a tough golf course. If you guys are new here, my name is Luke Peavy. Welcome to my channel. Like, subscribe, most importantly, hit that notification bell, baby. It was right there. It's where I was standing. Right there. With a buzz cut. Hosting the trophy. First fairway of the day. So I just got off the phone with Zach Radford. And, you know, I was just talking about how I've been playing and everything. How I haven't hit it bad, but I just haven't scored. So he told me that I should just land it on the fatter side of the green, which is pretty much decade. And so my goal of today is I'm going to play the round, but I'm going to try to land it on the fat side of the green to where the flag is. Right here, the pin is on the right side. So I need to land it, wait, right over here. And just not make mistakes, because big numbers are no bueno. No big numbers, baby. You know, the thing that I learned today was just be confident in every swing. And that's mainly it. So I'll see you at the round. Let's go. It's game day, Westy. We got Westy on the camera today. What's up, guys? It's gonna be a fun day. Looks like the weather is cooperating. It may rain a little bit, but not a lot of it. My guess is the cut line will be right around 1 over or 2 over. 2 over, I think, gets you in a playoff. 1 over is probably gets you in. It's time to go and get after it. Dang, they parked horribly. The State AM is here. This is a tournament I've always wanted to qualify for. However, I've actually never done it, which is surprising because I keep on going back to the same course and I wanted to conquer this course this year. So let's get into it. Here we go. Hole number 1. We got a driver on hole 1. Not really a driver fade hole, but we made it one whenever the trees hit it perfect. Had 100 yards right here, right over the bunker. And it hit up on the green, but it spun backwards. So I had about a 30-footer. Keep going, and it went a little far, but hey, we got about a 2.5-footer for a parsy. Bada boom, bada bing. Here we go. I was like, all right. It's always nice to start off with a par. Now this is a tough par 3. It was 215 yards, and it goes to the left. In which, if you know right now, I'm hitting a fade. And I actually just hit a straight ball. And ended up on the left side of this green. Had a nice little lag putt. And just gotta clean that one up for par. Here we go. Even through 2. So par 5, I decided to just hit a 3-wood because it's not worth going for with a driver. Because it just brings more risk into play. But I did hit this left. And I had to hit a hook around the trees back into the fairway, which left me with around 138 to the pin. I remember that number because watch this shot. I mean, it was pure. Right on the flag. Hit it like 3 feet. But it did hit the 3 feet and roll this far back. And for birdie, no. Clean that up for another par. You know, I don't mind pars. Pars are good. This tee box was awful. hit a hybrid and hit it perfect. Kind of leaked a little left on me when it hit on this fairway. So I had to hit a 7-iron over all this water. Main goal, get it over the water. And we did. Just a little long. And it left me with just a little bit of a chip shot. So this chip shot was really good. The slope just kind of took it a little bit and left me with probably around a 4-footer, 4 to 5 footer. And I knew I needed to make this. Bang, let's go, another par. I like that, pars are good. So par 4 here, trying to hit a fade, came out straight. I guess I just didn't want to overfade it because it was no good, right? So it left me in the bunker here. Hit a really good bunker shot from about 130 yards, pitch and wedge. And it left me with about 15 feet up the hill. Had it breaking left, and it just kept breaking a little bit more. It just didn't give it enough speed. Another par. Par 3. Pretty tough par 3. I hit a 5-iron. It was playing like 200, and I hit it perfect. I hit it exactly how I wanted to, but it did come up a little short and not over that ridge, so I had to putt it up and then watch this thing come down. Come on. Come on. Just left me about a 2-footer swinger. Don't take those for granted. Get your par, get out of there. Hole 7. This one sets up for the fade. Butter fade. Here we go, baby. I had 150. So I hit a knockdown 7-iron, and this thing never left the flag. I mean, it was perfect. And so I had right at 4 feet here for the birdie. Get under par. Let's go. 190. Here we go. But this left us with the hardest par 5 on the course. Interesting par 5. So I had to hit a 4-iron, and then I had to hit another 4-iron, which I ended up hitting in the hazard. So I had to take a drop right here. And I had 100 yards and hit it decent for where the pin was. I had probably like an 18-footer for par. Didn't make that. Had to tap in for bogey. But I was like, you know what? Limit the damage. We're back to even par. It's okay. This is a tough golf course, and I knew if you're sitting around even to 1 over, you're probably going to get in. So hole 9 here. Tough driving hole for me because it doesn't sit up for a fade. So I hit the fade over the trees. Perfect. Had around 170 yards. Hit a 6-iron to the right side of the green, and it was a really good shot. And I wanted to get this one bad. This was about an 18-footer. But hey, for 18 feet, you want to make them, but you definitely don't want a 3-jack. So I get my par, even par through 9 holes. Another non-really fading hole, but I took it over the trees and I skied it, which left me with like 210 yards. Hit a hybrid, but it didn't fade. Hit the trees, left me with 60 yards. I was like, all right, let's just hit the green. And I ended up leaving this one short. So I was like, okay, let's just get this up and down for a bogey. Let's get out of here. Hit it a little long. And I needed to make this. Yeah, barely missed, doubled. Which, we can't be having doubles. Doubles are no good. So par 4 here. Hit a good drive. Left me on the left side of the fairway. Had about a 6-iron. Hit it a little bit right in my target, but it left me with a decent approach here with a putt. And just a nice little lag. Kind of broke a lot more than I thought, so it left me with a 4-footer. It doesn't look like a 4-footer, but it was. But I got that one. So I'm still just 2 over. Hard par 3 here. Really just a bad swing. Leaked on me right. And Weston didn't get my chip shot, but this is what I have for par. And, that was a tough one. So bogey. So I'm 3 over. Had a nice buttery fade kind of another little sky, which I was like, what in the world? And he missed the second shot, so I hit my second shot to right here. Tough little delicate shot. I mean, look how I barely got on the green. Then watch it. Just keep on going. And I know Jug probably had about like a 15-footer here for par. And it just didn't break. Another bogey, so 4 over. But I knew I had some scoring holes coming down the stretch. Starting with this one, the par 5. So I hit a good drive. And I hit a hybrid to here. And this is for eagle. And I wanted it. But this was a tough pin. Like, it was on a slope, you can tell. I barely even hit it past. And then 9-footer for birdie. And it goes up. And it comes back down. That's one I wish I could have back. So I'm still 4 over. Had an 8-iron here, about 150 yards. Hit it just a tad short. So I had a 20-footer. And barely missed. So par. Still 4 over. Tough driving hole again. Hit the butter fade. Actually hit this one really good. Right down the middle. Had another 6-iron. Hit it really good. And it left me with around 25 feet. This isn't really a birdie hole, but I gave it a run and barely missed. And so par. 17, short par 4. Could have gone for it, but I was like, don't want to do that. So I had a 60-yarder and I hit it to about 8 feet. And this is for birdie to get back to 3 over. And just didn't break and didn't hit it. So that is for a par, so I'm 4 over still. And I looked at the leaderboard at this point and I was like, 1 over was looking all right. 2 over was looking like a playoff or an alternate. So I knew I needed to at least make an eagle, and I skied it. So I had to lay up here, and I had 100 yards, and I hit a knockdown 50, and I thought I hit it good, but it hit the green and spun back all the way, almost into the hazard. So I hit a good chip shot for here, and then I have this for a par to shoot 4 over, and it sits on the edge. And I was like, oh my goodness. So 5 over is what I shot. Yep. And this is a tough course because with 70 players taking 8 spots, which they usually take more spots, but I can't be mad at them because, I mean, I was trying to win this thing. And at the turn, I actually, when I was looking back at it, I was in the lead with even par. Even par was right there, and it qualified. 1 over actually got in. So I was right there. A lot of positives coming back from my last round at Glenarvan and the state mid-am, because those just weren't good rounds. And I had a lot of potential. Just the back 9 just couldn't really get any putts going, and I needed some momentum. Also, just not limiting the damage there. But hey, the game is getting better and better. I can feel it. The ball striking is getting better. Now we just need a few putts to drop. And I'm excited for the USAM. It's the next video. Let's freaking go. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. The USA.
Hey, I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a sticker.